Hi guys, I am Erin, and this is the Get It Done podcast. The podcast where I talk to other business owners about what they're doing, how they're doing it, and how they got to where they are right now. So this is season two. Welcome to season two. Woo! Season one was all about me, all about everything that I was doing. Um, I mainly just focused on myself. I was telling or season one, I basically talked about my relationship with God, my fitness journey that I have been struggling with. I still hate working out, so it is not a thing that I do yet consistently. So the goal is to do it consistently. Um what else was I talking about in season one? My relationship with God and nutrition, which is an easy thing for me. But this season, I am focusing on other people. I am focusing on other business owners. I am um, just doing all things outside of me to share what other people are doing. The idea, the journey of a business owner is always extremely interesting to me. So, season two is me talking to complete strangers, people that I have no clue of who they are. Um, and I'm learning about them. I'm learning their story. So this is episode 7. So this episode, like all of the episodes, I do not know my guests personally. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they do. So we are waiting for her to log on now. But what I can talk about is my business. So I am Erin, a plant-based licensed esthetician. I am located in LA, just outside of Gardena. In addition to me being an esthetician, I also formulate and sell all of my products. My favorite product right now is probably, well, my two favorite products are probably my rose water and my lip gloss. Like my lip gloss is, I can't get enough of it actually. So these are my two favorite products. What else is going on? I recently started my subscription service. So if you are a person that is looking to take care, have better skin health, and you really want to focus and zone in on it, I have a facial subscription service which allows you up to 2 facials per month, um, which is a hell of a deal. So it's 2 facials per month, 115 a month. Um, and my most popular facial is 185 a month. So you can get 2 facials for $115, which is a hell of a deal. Like I said, all of my products are all natural, plant-based products, and I formulate all of the products. This will be the best facial of your life. But the idea for the facial is results driven. In addition to it being results driven, it is also a relaxing experience. But my number one goal is for you to have improved skin. That's always the goal, no matter how the experience is. But it's always a relaxing experience. I was a little late today, so I cannot complain. We were supposed to start at 9:15, so I told her that I needed an extra 20 minutes. So I'm going to just wait patiently. What else can I talk about here? So I have been really enjoying this podcasting journey with, or season two, because I'm getting to talk to other people. And in addition to last season being only about me, let me check something. Oh, I don't know what's going on. But in addition to season two or season one being only about me, it was audio only. So season two is now video as well. Which is, I've been having fun. I've been having fun talking to other people, getting to know other people. Um and she is here. So I'll just add Chelsea to.
Hey.
You made it. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for waiting for me. My
No
apologies
worries,
for
no worries.
the
Oh, you're
setback.
all good. You're all
How
good.
are you?
I'm doing well. The weather's a little, not the best in LA, but we needed a little rain.
Yes. Yes, we did. Okay, so I'll let you introduce yourself. Let us know what you're doing.
Yeah, my name is Chelsea Frank, and I'm a producer, creative director, and fashion stylist. And I've been doing this for a little bit over 15 years. I started off in fashion design and modeling, and then I went into wardrobe styling, and then finally production. So most of the content I put out today is like things that most of it's that I produced, not all of it, but everything I've been styling, whether it's photo shoots or music videos, short films. And yeah, that's it. I have a few exciting projects coming up, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. How'd you get started in that? That seems like such a hard career field to even get into.
I don't know. I've just always had like a passion for it. Even in high school, I was in fashion and I was in advanced placement art. And both sides of my family were both like in fashion somehow. My Zadie, that's how you say grandpa in Jewish, but he went to Fashion Institute of Technology in New York and he did the window displays of like Macy's and everything. And my other grandfather, he was the VP of Abraham and Strauss, which is now Macy's, and he discovered actually Tommy Hilfiger. He's part of the Merjani group. And so it's always been in like my blood to be really just kind of interested in. I was always intrigued by the art of fashion and like the creativity of photo shoots and stuff. And I just kind of just was playing around one day and I just started designing things. And a photographer messaged me on Facebook and he's like, we should photograph your stuff. And I was like, all right.
Nice.
And then I kind of just got into it. Yeah, and I
Nice.
was like really young. I was 18 when I started.
Nice. How
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah, for
What
sure.
is a typical life for you in your, I mean, the typical day for you in your career field?
Yeah, I mean, mostly it's reaching out to brands, different photographers, different, everyone in the industry, like reach out to them on Instagram or Facebook or via email, and just see like who you can gather together to collaboratively to do a shoot. And the brands, those are the ones we're really kind of going towards because those are the ones that actually really pay the money. That's the people that mostly pay the money. So just reaching out to different people and setting up and organizing photo shoots, whether it be in LA or New York or somewhere else. And then a typical like kind of a shoot is gathering a Pinterest board of ideas that like the team wants to do, and pay out and getting all that. And that if producing, then it's like a whole the location. It could be like a mansion. It could be on the beach, maybe. And if there's permits needed, you have to get the permits. And then obviously I'm doing the styling as well. And then just gathering the whole team. If there's something that's needed, like vintage cars or I don't
Nice.
know, horses or anything, or extra set design, then, you're in charge of getting like kind of everything together and making the whole dream kind of
It
happen.
sounds fun. What's your favorite part of all of it? Because it sounds like it's a lot. Like,
Oh yeah, it can be like it's fun, like this, like I mean, it's an overused saying, but if you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. But
it really doesn't.
yeah, like I mean, I don't know, like I guess it's just like fun being on set and working with really cool people. For the most part, I've worked with really, really cool people, and just like networking, and then seeing the final product come out, and knowing that it's going to get published in a really good magazine, and making people happy that way.
You mentioned networking, so people have been on my head about getting out more and talking to more people. So, what would you say is the greatest benefit to networking?
I think like the more people and the more relationships you kind of establish and like good relationships with the proper people, I think that allows you to further your career more. And also you can like learn from other people and other people's like achievements and their mistakes and what to do right, what like to learn from doing wrong. And yeah, as I said, just creating better relationships with more people, that is going to help your career move forward.
Nice. What would you say would be like the greatest challenge in whatever it is that you do? Um, business wise?
business wise? To be honest, like for for example, everyone wants to do like a fashion shoot, right? And they are more beautiful than a commercial shoot, which is like Target or Walmart or something of that nature. But to be honest, in this industry, unless you're working with like Chanel or Louis Vuitton, of these kinds of scenarios, you don't really make money from fashion. You make money more on the commercial end. And but for everyone, but you do have to have fashion in your portfolio because that's what really shows you strongly like that you could actually do works as styles. But you also have to have lifestyle commercial on your portfolio as well because that's what's going to bring you attention to brands that are actually going to pay you. So the biggest
Wait,
challenge
so
is,
what's the difference? So is it the difference between fashion and commercial?
yeah, so like high fashion is more like what you see on the runways and
Okay.
avant-garde,
Okay.
and the posing is very very different. It's like that avant-garde pose, and the set is different, the makeup is different, the hair is different. It's more over the top, and
Yeah.
like I said, what you see on the runways. Commercial lifestyle is more like a day-to-day life. You don't even necessarily have to have like fashion models. You have regular models, like
People.
people who are like 5'4", who are just
Yeah.
normal weight. You don't have to have models. And it's more like laughing and just life, like slice of life, whether it be sports or fitness or
Yeah.
going on a date. It's just actually showing life, and it's more relatable.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more relatable than fashion.
Okay. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure.
But I'm sorry I cut you off, but I was asking about the challenge of your greatest challenge in business.
Oh yeah, so it's like to really get people to be on board, like, because the more you have on your portfolio, the more that brands are going to like reach out to you. So to get more people on board to doing lifestyle shoots, which is where like you facilitate revenue, people like don't want to do it. They still just want to do fashion because it's more fun and it's more artistic. And then it's at that point, it's like, because we do something called trade for print. So at that point, when you don't have enough lifestyle stuff on your portfolio, and I have to convince people to do this because like they just want to do fashion, but then I tell them the difference in the revenue and the money that they can make. That's kind of the biggest challenge, to even like get people to really like understand that, okay, fashion, we all love doing fashion, but to like for us to get paid, the lifestyle is where you're
Is
going to
where
want
we
to
need to
really
go.
gauge your portfolio.
Oh, so it's like you have to convince people to go the other route.
Yeah, like, and even for me, I like doing fashion more. It's just is more fun. It's more beautiful. It's more like no one's gonna be like, okay, guys, like let's do a photo shoot and just put a girl with a ponytail in her hair and just like a t-shirt with jeans and like call
Correct.
it a day. Like no
Correct.
one like loves doing that. We all love doing the fashion aspect, but at the end of the day, like the lifestyle aspect is on your
What
portfolios. That's
yes.
what's gonna get you like paid work.
Yeah. So since you've been in the game for a very long time. But what is the one thing that or one project that you probably looked at it and was like, yeah, I'll do that. It'll be easy. And then once you got into it, you were just like, okay, this isn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be.
Mm, uh to be honest, like on for the most part on shoots, I'm very, maybe not my like home life, but on set, and I'm really, I know like my closet is not what you would think a wardrobe style would be, but like for me, I really try to be as organized and detail oriented as possible. Like I don't really look at a project and say like, okay, like I always know there's going to be a challenge, and there has been challenges in the past, but for me, because I'm super hyper like OCD organized with my work, then I don't really have that issue. But if you want to go to like when I first started, I was having panic attacks on set.
Oh my
And like
goodness.
with that photographer that messaged me, that like I was like 18, 19, and that's when I just was messing around with like fabrics and sewing them together. He was my first photo shoot. Like I woke up, I was like hyperventilating. My friend Ashley, she was one of the models. We went to college together, and we were waking up at 6 a.m. and I like didn't know what were to come. And like for my first photo shoot, I had 6 photographers and like 13 models. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was too much for like my first photo shoot. Like, you got to ease into it. And
They
I was
just
like,
threw you in the deep end.
yeah. And like, it, at least like the photographer who asked me to do that, like, at least he had like skills to organize and do that. So I was just, but like, it was like way too much for me. And I just like didn't really know what to do. I was just like, here's the clothes, like, please put them on. Like, and it, to be honest, the shoot was like very, very amateur, but it was my first one. So it's fine.
It was, I'm sure it was a great lesson for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like put me in a deep panic state, but no worries.
Is there a project that you're working on right now that you're comfortable with sharing?
Actually, yes. With my friend Roxy, she's a filmmaker and creative director back in Washington, D.C. We're doing a show that we put together last year when I was living in D.C. It's called Cooking and Couture. And basically, what like we're doing, it's going to be a little bit of comedy, a little bit of fashion, and a lot of food. And what we're doing is like somehow across the country, we're going to make it work. But we're filming a series where I have a lot of like dense nutrition, low calorie recipes that I've learned from my travels around the world and like other people from other cultures. And I could basically turn also like just even American food or any food, I could turn like any high calorie food into like nutritious low calorie food.
Nice.
And we're going to have like guest speakers such as models and other people like on board with the project, and it's just going to be like these amazing recipes, and then like have we're tying in fashion. I'm going to talk to some of the showrooms over here to have like it filmed, and we're going to do some photo shoots along with it, so it's going to be really fun and really cool. When she flies out here, it's probably like next month or something, we're going to like film together. And on her end, she like can barely make a hard-boiled egg, so it's going to be funny because I'm going to be making like this, like I make this 13-hour soup or whatever, and it's super nutritious, like high in collagen, protein, everything, low calorie. And she's like, all right, Chelsea, I'm just going to film myself like baking a potato. And I'm like, and she sent me a video the other day of her trying to boil potatoes. She's like, what the fuck? Like, this, I
Like,
can't
what
even
am I
do this.
doing?
Yeah, she's like, and I'm like, she's like, I thought it was going to take 5 minutes. I'm like, no, Roxy. And she's like, I'm like, it takes 45 minutes. She's like,
Like, it's
I
a
thought it was going to be a
potato.
quick, easy dinner. I'm like, it's easy, but it's not quick. So
How
it's gonna be
funny.
like a little bit of everything. And I have a bunch of people on board and stuff. But yeah, it's to get sponsored by some brands is like our ultimate goal, because again, that's like,
That's always the goal.
yeah, exactly.
But it's always fun working with friends. But what is a 13-hour soup? Like, you literally cooking for 13 hours?
Yeah, well, the prep takes like about 15 minutes, and then like you put it on low heat for like 13 hours. So it's
Mm.
super, I learned it like um a mixture of stuff that I learned when I was living in Czech Republic, as well as like really being into, like the Asian cuisine, and like mixing that kind of together. Because I like put like beef tendon, which I know that's like part of like pho, and just a lot of stuff I learned like from like, I don't
Different
know, other
cultures.
people who know how to cook, to be honest.
Yeah. Nice. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Um, what do you do? I ask every entrepreneur this because I feel like we all go through it. But what do you do when you get in a funk where like you just like, I don't feel creative. Like, I need like, what do you do to find your muse to get creative?
Yeah, that's been happening to me lately, to be honest. Like, I don't know, after the even just the writer's strike, I had like some things, and even like I had like people saying, "Oh, you're going to sign up for XYZ," and like now I'm learning not even to get my hopes up anymore, because like until a deal is sealed, the contract is signed. But
Yep.
yeah, like to be honest, like if I'm in a funk, like the best thing for me to do is just be like, even if I'm not, like honestly, if I do like a trade for print shoot, it has to be guaranteed magazine publication, which everything I do is, and it has to be with like a great team, like a very, very good team. I don't do work with like beginners or anything unless it's like a paid shoot. But I just like to, if I just do a photo shoot and hang out, or just even hang out with other creatives, like bounce off ideas, even if I call Roxy and talk with her, or like other people in this industry, it helps to just like have like other people lift you up and motivate you. And then also just like even checking out like socials like Insta and just seeing what's going on in the world and getting excited for, you know, upcoming projects and you know, really just even going back into some photo shoots that I didn't do yet that I have on my Pinterest as mood boards, and just being like, okay, I should actually do that. Like, so I mean, that's really the, but I would say honestly, like talking with other creatives and just doing something creative just to like get yourself back in the swing of things is what we should do.
Bounce ideas back and forth with people.
Yeah.
What do you think, or what is your idea, or what is your opinion of competition?
Um, so I mean, competition is always good. It always like is good to have people that you see not necessarily as a threat, but people that you want to compete with, that you're like, okay, like this person's amazing, let me also be amazing, or let me do better. um I think competition is a good thing. If we didn't have competition, no one would really thrive. So I think that it's healthy competition, that not unhealthy competition where people
Right.
like piece of shit, but you know, where they're like actual like healthy competition. I think it's a good thing.
Okay. What are you grateful for today?
Yeah, today, you know, I'm grateful for, you know, my health and, you know, people that support me, people that believe in me, and, you know, my family and friends as well. And just like, you know, it takes a while to kind of really break into this industry. Somehow, like after that photo shoot and after I started styling, it really just kind of, because stylists are super like rare because it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than not more work. It's just a lot more tedious stuff. So I'm grateful for just things like people, my connections, and people, like I said, believing in me. And it's like I said, especially for my health. Like without health, there's no wealth. Okay,
We can't
it's
do
like the
anything
corny.
if we don't have our health.
Yeah, right. It's such a corny thing. I hate that saying, but it's true. It's true. It's, you know.
Okay, so I am going to give 5 words, and
Okay.
the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the word, you say.
Okay.
Brand.
Exuberant. It has to be exuberant first.
um, Fear.
Ghosts.
Oh my God.
Like it's not nothing to do with business. I'm like, that is my fear. I swear. Like I
It
have
doesn't
to.
have to have to do
Yeah.
anything with
It's
business.
ghosts.
How funny. How are you scared of go? Well, I get. Did you
See,
watch like scary movies or something when you were little?
yeah, my parents made me like not made me, but they. I was too young to watch The Sixth Sense. I could watch that now, but when I was 8 years old, like, and then I saw dead people and like swinging from the ropes and stuff, I was way too young to see that. And after that, I
Yeah.
had to sleep with the nightlight on, and I still do. But
Oh yeah. So I don't watch scary movies because when I was little, at some
yeah,
point in my life, I seen a scary movie and I used to think about whatever I was watching in the movie, like if I was at home by myself. So
yeah.
till this day, I still don't watch scary movies.
Oh no.
Um, Group.
Group, family,
Friendship.
everlasting.
Podcast.
You, babe.
Period. That was cute. What do you think is a good question to ask a business owner?
um, how did you start out? I think
Great
that's always a
question.
good one.
Yes, it is because it always leads to like an interesting story. Like I think business
Yes.
owners have the greatest story, which is why I do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing that you uh I guess the end goal, like what is at the end of it all, like right before you retire or the day before your retirement, what does that look like? Like what are all the things, especially at the end, that greatest thing that you hope that you accomplish before you're all done with it all?
Yeah, I mean, still like I don't even know. But like I hope to really the end goal is that I hope to like not only just fashion and you know, because that could be projected as somewhat. what's the word, like, not conceited, but it's just like fake, or whatever. But fashion honestly like empowers people, and it makes people feel themselves, and it expresses their true art. But other than that, I do want to like help people in some way. And for the cooking and couture, um, actually, my idea was with Roxy was when we start actually getting, sponsorship from that, and when we start like developing our own products for wholesale and everything. So I want some of the proceeds to go to like for eating disorders, because in this industry, there's a lot of people with eating disorders, and not just like in this industry, just in general, whether it's overeating or undereating or bulimia or whatever the case may be. I want some of the proceeds to go to some eating disorder aid, and I just want to help people like just feel good about themselves, and to change the world
Yeah,
one step
that's
at a
good.
time.
What would you like, or what change would you like to see in the industry, your industry?
It's a good question. I think like there needs to be, I don't know. That's a good question, because they're already like combating a lot of stuff that I was already thinking about, like, having all inclusive, I mean, there's still a ways away to go, but like including all body types, all shapes, colors, and types of people. I love how there are even like this beautiful girl, she has Down syndrome, and she's like on the runways and everything. I think that's
Nice.
amazing. And so they're already headed in the right direction of the changes that I would have I would have wanted. But I think there's a ways away to go, because there's still like this obsession, and I'm even in that, where like there's obsession with youth and staying young and being perfect as women, because that's how, like, from forever ago, that's how we have to be perfect, we have to be skinny, we have to be like no wrinkles on our skin, like whatever. And once you get 25 and up, like, what are we, trash? What are we, garbage over here?
Right.
No, but like but it's just the stigma. And I like even how Hollywood and a lot of the people are uh posting without makeup, and but I mean, it's definitely important to take care of yourself, but I just hope that like that stigma of being perfect all the time could be wiped away, because we're at the end, we're just people. And if you don't have the money to have like a personal trainer and all this plastic surgery and all these skincare products and everything, then like at the end, like only the top 1% really has that.
Yep.
So we should be focused on real people.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you would like to thank, like somebody that just helped you along the way, or did something that was extra special that meant so much to you throughout your career?
Yeah, I mean, definitely like the support of my friends and family. But my she's one of my best friends, Indira Gumarova. She We had a program together called the Fashion Academy, and she lived in Washington D.C., but she's the wife of an ambassador, so she's from Czech Republic, and they have to move every 4 years. So now she's in Vietnam. But we had such amazing projects together. She taught me all about like giving to charity, and our academy was like, the first day was business and how to learn how to be a role model, and we're teaching them how to model. And we actually want to do that again. I've been talking with her, but her being in Vietnam and me being in LA, it's kind of hard. But yeah, she's just always supported me. We always like bounced ideas off each other. We always like were in sync with each other. So I would really like to thank her for just even teaching me a lot more about fashion and networking and being with a certain crowd of people. Like, and she's just amazing. She's one of my best friends, and so I wanted to thank her.
Send her a thank you message the first time, or I guess the first opportunity you get. Send her a message, even if
Yeah,
you've
absolutely.
already thanked her. Still
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
absolutely. I definitely will.
So the idea of the podcast is to hopefully inspire people. I talk to a lot of people, especially women, but it goes for everybody, but
Mhm.
that are just scared to follow their dreams, scared to make a certain decision, just scared to do. Um, so if there's anything that you could say to her that you would say to her, what is it that you would say to her or him, whoever it is?
Oh, it's a lady. To aspiring artists or
Just a person in general that's just
okay.
have just full of fear to accomplish their goals or even just to step towards their goals.
Yeah, I mean, like it's hard and it can be very scary, especially like if you're just starting out, but like you have to just do it like Nike. But
For
like no, but
real.
seriously, yeah, you just have to do it. Like even like for me, I was as I said, like for my first shoot, I was thrown in with six photographers, like two. It was a lot, but after that, everything was kind of like easier. But you just have to get up and do something, whether it's just even talking to people within whatever industry you're in. And like even if you want to be like, let's say you're in the music industry, and even if you want to like just help on set, being like a PA or something, helping with like a music video or like everyone's always looking for help in our industry for like an extra set of hands. So even if like you reached out to, whether in fashion, reached out to a stylist like myself or producer like myself, or if you're in music, reached out to a musician like, hey, do you need help with booking your shows or anything, like anything that you could do to just start and just like networking and really going to like different events that like there's so many things. There's like what is it called, meetup.com, I think they have a lot
Oh
of
yeah, I
events and
remember
stuff.
meetup.
Yeah, and like Facebook groups, they have a lot of like meetup events and just like networking things. So it's really important to just start in any, and just don't be scared. Like people get even like people in this business for in any business for 50 years, they get rejected. Like rejection is never going to go away, like it's
Yep.
always going to be there. So you have to face rejection and know that it's going to be part of life, whether it's in your career or relationship. So just like if you get rejected, it's move on to the next person and someone's going to like appreciate your worth.
Yep. I agree. Good one. Do you remember your first so when you first started working, were you getting paid?
No.
So do you remember like your first gig where you were like, okay, I'm finally getting paid? And if so,
Um
what was it?
oh my god, let me think, when was the first time I got paid? Like I'm trying to think. um it was a long time ago. I'm just trying to like remember the first one.
I
um
only asked the question because I think a lot of people think, okay, I'm gonna go into business and I'm gonna
oh
do
yeah.
this and do that, and it's just like, no, honey, you're gonna
Yeah, no,
crawl
you have
first.
to like 100% for this industry, you have to build your portfolio. And like even with my programs, I'm like I expedite. That's what the Fashion Academy was like. We expedited people's portfolios, so like they were getting paid sooner than other people instead of dilly dallying around for 10 years. But like I think, okay, the first time I got paid, I think it was I guess in like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I don't remember. It's in Prague, and I was actually just like in Prague. I was actually just teaching, but I was doing like photo shoots on the side. I did this like really crazy photo shoot, and I mean it was in Czech crowns, which is not near like the dollar at all. But I was like, yay, like I'm getting paid, and it was like this
Right.
crazy
It
like
just
photo.
feels good to know that you're reaping a benefit of all the work that you've put in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, like because of that reason, and just because like honestly I quit for a while when I moved to Europe. Um I like wasn't into I just gave up because I'm like I'm not getting paid. Like it's such a competitive industry, like who the fuck am I like whatever.
Right.
And I did give up for a while even though I did that paid shoot in Europe, I did give up for a while until like miraculously I started again like when I came back to the States and everything. So, but like it fell into my lap again, and I created like my portfolio became a lot stronger when I started again because I had more knowledge.
Yeah. Nice. Is it, do you absolutely love it or is it?
Yeah, I love it. Like, it's a lot of fun, and you get to meet a lot of cool people, and like I love working and creating like a style that is creates a wow factor. And it's really cool to even work with, like, it's easy when you have like amazing pieces from amazing showrooms, but sometimes it's even more rewarding and challenging when you don't have like those kind of what's the word? Like when you don't have those like things for you, when you have just stuff that you have to get online or something that's like not readily available and accessible. So you create, like, it's nice to see what you can create out of that as well.
Nice. Could you see yourself doing anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, not really, but like if I had to, maybe like, I mean, I want to like definitely go delve into the food industry a lot more. Get like these that 13-hour soup and
I was
other
just about to say
yeah, like
that.
get that like on the shelves and stuff of like major retailers. But I want to still tie it into fashion, but like I'm definitely looking really a lot into like the food industry and stuff. And I have a large background in sales and marketing, so that's always like fun too. But that's just, I don't care about that. Like, but for me, it's really just like fashion and food at this moment in
Nice.
time.
I
Mhm.
always say once I retire, I want like a flower and coffee shop.
Oh my god, that's so cool! Yeah, that'd be amazing. That creates a
um,
good vibe.
yes, I'm gonna do it. So I used to do it a while ago. I used to do I before I did this, I was selling flowers on my lawn. So I was just like a flower shop would just be the cutest thing, and then it'll be a coffee shop on the other side. I have the idea and everything.
Yeah. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. You should do it.
I will. So I just want to say thank you so very much for showing up for me. Is there anything that you have to share with the people? How could people find you? How could, if they want to contact you, how can you be found?
Yeah, like the best way to find me is my Instagram. My Instagram handle is Chel, so Chel, and then underscore Frank, Frank. And my website is on there, which is www.chelseaheather.com. And yeah, but my Insta handle, Chel underscore Frank, is like the best way to reach out to me. It has like my email, I think. Should, but at least it has my website with my email and my phone numbers on my website as well.
Nice. Chelsea Frank is the cutest name. I love that.
Oh,
When
thank
once
you.
once you popped up, I was like, that's so cute.
Thanks, girl. No,
But
I didn't mean
again,
myself. If
I
I did, it'd be like Starlight Hammerworth.
oh, how funny with the accent and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm weird.
Cute. Well, thank you again for showing up.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. I will be contacting you soon just to get all your contact information.
Okay.
And if there is any other time that you have something to share that you want to come back on for, hit me up. Like I'm always open. If you ever want a facial, and I forget to tell people this, but all of
Mhm.
my guests, you guys get free facials. So
A facial?
yes, ma'am. I'm an
Oh my
esthetician.
gosh.
I do facials.
I'm obsessed. Like you have no, we were already talking about like skincare, but I actually like literally have like an addiction. I should be on my stream addiction. Like you should see my
An
supplements and
addiction to what?
to like skincare products. Like I can't
Oh
stop
yeah,
buying them.
people do, and then they just start buying all this stuff, and then they do you at least use your products? Because some people buy it
Yes.
and then they don't use it.
No, I like change it up every day.
Oh,
Like
okay, so at least you
I
use
haven't
it.
yet to finish yet. I'm still working on my face. It's like a 12-hour
Where your
process.
skin looks good on camera, it really does.
Oh, thanks. I still haven't put my oils on, and then I have to put Aquaphor on before. Is that good? Do you put Aquaphor on before you go to bed?
I don't use Aquaphor. I've never
No.
used it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
I don't know.
know.
I've seen like a lot of dermatologists recommend it, but anyway.
Oh,
All right. All right. Thank you so much for having me. You've been really lovely, and like you're super cool to talk to. But yeah, that facial, you know.
thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you again so much for having me.
Thank you, you too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. That was episode 7, you guys. Like, I am having so much fun just talking to people, hearing their stories, getting to know what they're doing, hearing other experiences is it's always great for me. It's always inspiring for me. And I my prayer for this podcast is that somebody hears someone else's story and is inspired to get up and get it done. Like, do it. Just do the thing. If you have a dream to do something, it's going to take a while to do it anyway, so just start baby steps. Like, I've been an esthetician for 4 years now, and I still feel like I'm still a baby in the game. So it's nothing happens overnight. It is gonna be work, but like anything, it's work. Like, just do it and fall in love with it. Like, if it's something that you really want to do it, and I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. And the enjoyment is what pushes us to continue on to keep doing what it is that we're doing. So don't forget to thank God for your blessings. Don't forget to say your prayers. Don't forget to take care of your crusty skin. Have a good night. If you are a business owner and you would like to share your story, contact me. I would love to hear what it is that you have going on, what it is that you're doing in your journey in business. Um, See you tomorrow. Bye.